wonderful character to my left here, Rick Fairless. Let's learn a little more about him.
Rick Fairless was born and raised in a suburb of Dallas, Texas, in a neighborhood where he and his brother Randy hung out with the neighborhood kids and started riding bikes before the age of 10. There were lots of woods and fields nearby, and the boys joined a group of about 10 others who rode those bikes every day. They literally grew up riding. When Rick was only 10, he started what would be his first career, working for his uncle's chain of paint stores called Roach Paint Company. He started as a stock boy and worked his way up to manager of the Irving store. He built that store up to be the #1 store in the chain, then moved on to become an outside sales rep. In 1988, Glidden purchased Roach Paint Company, and Rick continued his service for Glidden. He worked his way up to becoming the #1 sales representative in the country. Even though he was making an excellent living, his real love was customizing motorcycles. At that time, Easy Riders custom bike shops were opening around the country. For a while, he hoped someone would open an Easy Rider store in the Dallas area, but it wasn't long before he decided he could be that someone. He worked his way through every roadblock that came up, and in 1996, he opened what was then called Easy Riders Dallas. He wanted the shop to be different from other motorcycle shops and to reflect his personality, so he opened the store in an old building from the 1930s. He decorated it with, in his words, goofy stuff that reflects my goofy life. Besides wanting his own motorcycle shop, Rick wanted to put a bar next door. Again, he worked his way through the roadblocks and opened Stroker's Ice House, a relaxed hangout that welcomes bikers and non-bikers alike. Rick's Stroker's empire spans 2.5 acres close to downtown Dallas. In 2002, Easy Riders decided to drop the franchise plan, so Rick needed to come up with a new name. He decided to keep the name Strokers and called the shop Strokers Dallas. The newest addition to the Strokers compound is Strokers Ink Tattoo and Piercing Parlor. Rick is well known in the custom motorcycle world. He's a master bike builder who creates one-off custom motorcycles that have been featured in about every motorcycle magazine in the country and many international magazines as well. Rick has also been featured on television on the Discovery Channel's Biker Build-Off, Storage Wars, and Auction Kings. He and Strokers Dallas were featured in the Speed Channel series Texas Hardtails in 2005 and in Ma's Roadhouse on True TV in 2010. Rick writes articles each month for 2 different motorcycle magazines, Dealer News and Ironworks magazine. He also enjoys sharing his passion through motivational speaking for corporations and universities. Rick and his wife Susan have 5 children, all of whom have worked with them in the Strokers empire.
There's a funny with his name, that because of surgery and pain. So on behalf of your good buddy Joe T and all of us here, welcome, inductee.
Thank you. I'm still not sure what the heck I'm doing up here. Rod called me a few months ago and asked me if I'd like to be part of this, and obviously I would. And it reminds me of Groucho Marx said years ago that I wouldn't want to be a member of any club that would have me as a member. But this one I'm proud to be a member of. I'm just a guy that has always believed in hard work. You know, I've lectured at DePaul University, I've lectured at TCU in Fort Worth, and I lecture the same thing, that if somebody works hard and they believe in what they're doing, you can do anything. I mean, you know, I'm just a kid from Dallas, Texas, and I get to hang out with guys like Dave Perowitz and Donnie Smith and work for people like Allstate Insurance, you know, and I get to write magazine articles and work with drag specialties and people like that. And it's just it's a huge honor. I'm lucky to have my daughter with me. I've got a good family and it's been a good life. And I'm glad everybody's here. Thank you.
Our third inductee is a recipient of the J.C. Pappy Hoyle Outstanding Achievement Award.